Hello everyone, welcome to Moon Mage. This is weekly tarot messages. It's always pick a message 1 through 4. And I tell everybody to give themselves a second to feel into which message is speaking to you. And these messages are essentially just quick snapshots of the potential energies, challenges, along with some guidance and advice to help you navigate your week ahead. And I always mention that regardless of the dates that these weekly tarot messages come with, when you land on them is when you are meant to hear them, so they are timeless in that sense. I'm going to get started here with message number 1, but again, give yourself a second to really use your intuition to feel into which message is speaking to you, and I will get started. Hello, message 1. Let's have a look and see what may be showing up for you guys this week. What does message 1 need to know? Okay, we've got twists and turns. Carefully made plans could be thrown out the window as major changes and interruptions surround you. Make sure you get lots of rest to cope with all the upheaval. Okay. So twists and turns, unexpected things, essentially, is what this card leans into, where we feel a little bit blindsided at times. This is just essentially your heads up from the universe saying, be prepared. And I always feel like it's not to scare you. It's to let you know that no matter what life throws at us, we're all capable of moving through it with more grace than we think, and groundedness, and being centered in it, and kind of being like the calm in the storm. It's that kind of a heads up energy, like you are capable of being that. But we'll see what else comes up for you guys. And it does say make sure that you get lots of rest to cope with all the upheaval. And another good reason to give ourselves over to potentially meditation for getting grounded and being really present, so that we don't lose ourselves to the problems, right? I think it's so easy for us to do that, to lose ourselves into what's going on and kind of get into that's going to be the first card. One card fell out. Lose ourselves to the stress of situations is what I'm trying to say. Ooh, Lordy. Okay. 4 cards fell out. So that's 2 more. And then the last one. All right. So we're going to go like this because this is the order that they fell out in. 2 of water, a relationship that continues to grow closer. Forgiveness, the positive resolution of a conflict. Okay, that's great energy to see coming out as your first card. So if these twists and turns are connected to a relationship, romantic or otherwise, but usually this card does indicate some sort of romantic connection, it's suggesting that there's a way through the situation and you'll come out the other side much better and stronger. So a good thing to know and keep in mind. And it does say forgiveness and a positive resolution. So I feel like this heads up from the universe is also helping to, the intention here is to help you connect to that. How do we move through this? How do we come to compromise? How do we resolve this conflict and get to the other side much quicker, rather than letting it bowl us over and, take us away with it, almost like in the storm. And it does say it continues to grow closer, right? Through the energy of forgiveness and resolution. Finding your way to that energy. Oh, another water card. Okay. Page of water, intuitive, sensitive, artistic, and friendly. A new person enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase. Heightened psychic abilities. Wow. Okay. And it's coming out in the challenge position. So it might be difficult for you at the moment or at the beginning of this tension. I feel like for some of you, there's already been tension, to see a way through it, and it even looks like the top of that water there doesn't look very still. It doesn't look calm. Basically suggesting it's been frustrating. It's been rocky. But there's a new phase on the other side of this conflict, on the other side of this frustration, or these carefully made plans that might go sideways for my group 1 choosers. And it's saying heightened psychic abilities, but it is coming in the challenge position. So that's a big call to really allow your intuition to speak to you. So all the more reason to want to stay in grounded energy, being the calm in the storm, as I keep saying, because you will connect to what to do and how to move through this. That's what I feel this message is highlighting for you. Message 1 is you have the ability to see through this storm, through the hardship of this, and figure out what to do to make it better, to resolve it, to begin this new phase. And it says heightened psychic abilities. So it might be that all of a sudden you're getting these intuitive hits, but you're ignoring them in some way, or there's the potential for you to ignore them. You know, cast that sensitivity aside. Don't do that, message 1. There's going to be something in these intuitive hits and messaging that's meant for you to lean into. Nice. 6 of fire, victory. Good news is on its way. Public recognition or rewards. Nice. So definitely moving through this harder energy, this heavier energy. This is on the other side of this harder, stormy, oh my gosh, I didn't see that coming. What do we do now? Kind of energy is being victorious. And public recognition or rewards or awards for some of you too. So even though this definitely feels like it's more romantic in nature for a lot of you, this definitely is also connecting to a career situation or a work situation that's gone sideways or that's been difficult to navigate and figure out how to fix it or do something to make it better, stronger. On the other side of that is good news, is a victory. And I feel like it's definitely connected to your intuitive hits that you receive, just knowing, your inner knowing, and following like your internal compass to the resolution. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. Wow. 10 of Earth, a very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. Wow. Okay, so there's a good progression here. Message 1 for you guys. It's like it's gonna start out difficult, rocky, and it's a lot of emotional energy with the water energy up here. But on the other side of that, moving through it, using your intuition, trusting it, leaning into it, and going into the resolution energy, the energy of forgiveness, it's going to bring about victory. And this energy of the 10 of Earth, which is essentially the 10 of Pentacles, right? A very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things, comfort, security, feeling provided for, feeling like everything is copacetic, essentially, moving as it should be. This is really good energy to be moving towards. But I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but it really does depend on how you show up in this situation, staying centered, staying grounded, not panicking when things go sideways, and also trying really hard to remove yourself from staying in anger or finger pointing or frustration. I really do believe that you will have the answers. You will know what to do, but you have to trust and believe that what you're receiving is accurate, and softening your energy to go into that. Okay, I'm not going to harp on this. I'm not going to hold on to the anger, the frustration I feel towards this other person. Maybe in some way they have created the situation. I'm going to let it go, and I'm going to focus on how to fix, how to sort, how to make it better. Because in that energy and in embracing that, you go into victory and security and prosperity and just beautiful, stable energy. It almost feels like your message for this week is do not despair. It's sort of like that blessings in disguise energy. It looks really bad on the surface, but there's a huge opportunity to turn the situation around and make it much better. And it really does connect to you and your ability to see through things and intuitively know what to do. Okay. You're too fragmented, so do whatever it takes to get grounded, which is what I've been saying over and over like a broken record. So yeah, focus here. When you see this message, for my message 1 choosers, this is sort of like the only thing that you need to focus on. How do I stay present? How do I not allow myself to go off into anxious thinking, worried thinking, overthinking, essentially? You know, staying in the emotions of the situation, and just get really present and grounded, because this is going to be the seat of your intuition, of your creative inspiration that is going to be very much needed for your situation. So as this says, You're too fragmented. Do whatever it takes to get grounded. Start here. Start here, message 1. That's your direct message and advice from Spirit regarding this situation. Okay, I think I'm going to leave that there. I hope you all have a beautiful, fantastic week, and really give yourself over to getting grounded, whatever that looks like for you, or however you need to do it to make that happen for you, because I feel like it's really going to open up the floodgates to wisdom and intuition to get into this 6 of fire and 10 of earth energy, victory, and a very happy family life, stability, all the good things. Okay, take care, guys. Hello, message 2. Ooh, I was going to say, let's have a look and see what's coming up for you, but that fell out really quick. Wisdom. To focus on the past is to lose the future. Heed advice from an older person, which will allow you to move on. Okay, so in need of some sort of wisdom, guidance, or knowledge moving forward. Looking at what that could be and just being open to it. Just saying, okay, I'm ready to receive it. I think it's going to be really helpful for my message 2 choosers. Yeah, wisdom coming in. And it does say, it could be there could be some advice that comes in from an older person that maybe you would normally not really listen to, or you would discount. Maybe not. Maybe some of you are quite open to it, but this is definitely going to be your week to be just that. Just sort of take it in and really feel into what it is they have to say or offer. That's in a more literal sense, but metaphorically, just anything that you come upon that hits in some kind of way that brings in a sense of epiphany or aha moment, lean into that, because it's really going to help you disconnect and let go of what's been so that you can look towards your future. And I feel like it's with more optimism for a lot of my message 2 choosers. Less fear. For some reason, I'm feeling the energy of fear for some of my message 2s. Ooh, I got cards flying everywhere. Okay, just a second here, guys. Sorry about that, guys. These 3 cards fell on the floor just like this. So I'm going to take those and we'll shuffle for the last card. Okay, let's see what's here. Okay, the Lovers. Intimate relationships, carefully weigh your decisions, good health. Interesting too with the Wisdom. So this could be knowledge that's directly connected to relationship that you need to receive, or information that will be really helpful for you to let go of something within either a past relationship. Excuse me, I have to keep clearing my throat. That could be acting as a block to a new relationship that could potentially be ready to come in, or a resolution in a relationship. Either way, intimate relationships, carefully weigh your decisions, good health. Yeah, not making hasty decisions until you receive this knowledge and wisdom. And I think maybe some of my message 2 choosers are real deep thinkers, and that's a beautiful thing. But I feel like in this case, in this situation, you're going to want to feel through the thoughts that come in and the wisdom that you get more than you're going to want to think through. I hope that makes some sense. Like, if it feels right, it is right. But it's really easy for our brain to jump in within seconds to start talking us out of things. Be mindful of that. Okay. Knight of Fire. Passionate, adventurous, self-assured, and restless. A sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. Yes, that's what I'm saying too. But I think I say this a lot. Listen to the wisdom of your heart, feel through it, but then bring your head with you. It feels like that to me here for my message 2s. Feel it in your body. If it doesn't feel good in your body, whatever it is that you're thinking, then there's something off about it. If it feels good, but you're, unsure, there's a little bit of fear, a little bit of hesitation, this is when you bring in your thought process and you look at your patterns, right? But I do think lead with your heart and then bring your head with you in this situation. No hasty decisions, as I've already said. Weigh your decisions. And this is in the challenge position too. So this event that needs immediate attention, time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. And I feel like maybe it's just so that you don't settle in some ways for less than what you would want in a particular situation. Also, I feel like there might be a bit of a disconnect from my message too, is from feeling passionate and adventurous. And you're more in that restless energy because it is coming in the position of challenge. So looking at all of that, like really getting reflective with this energy, and then you'll know what to do. You'll receive that wisdom. Nice. 3 of water, a celebration, a wedding, graduation, or birth announcement. The need to have more fun. Lightheartedness always helps us connect intuitively and to higher mind and wisdom. We never really think of it that way. We think we're not doing anything, we're not productive, that maybe we're wasting our time in a lot of ways, but it's such a high vibration energy, joy and happiness and fun, that it really does open us up because we're not in our minds in that situation. We're not overthinking. We're not worrying or stewing. So give yourself over to anything that will help to bring this kind of energy into your life. Say yes to it. This may even be where you receive wisdom, although I do think it is going to come from a person that don't necessarily have to be older, but you will receive answers and really good guidance. And also, this is just celebratory energy. So if you have an invitation to some sort of celebration, I feel like it's a yes energy for you. Go for it. It's going to be good for you in the long run. You know, I also want to just say, I feel like there will be something to celebrate for many of you after this more, I'm not sure how to let go of what's been and embrace what can be, like get out of stuck patterns and stagnant energy. I think definitely related to heart energy and emotions. I feel like there's so much opportunity to move out of that for you guys. And it starts this week or whenever you land on this. 4 of fire. Contentment, peace, and abundance. A happy home life. The successful completion of a project. Nice. Yeah, it's like you've got some kind of win that follows up this harder energy or where you're feeling really stuck and unsure about what to do or how to navigate something difficult, particularly around relationships. You've got a good win. You've got a good thing coming as a result of taking your time with this, not being hasty in your decisions, feeling through, and then thinking through. It's going to bring about really good things for you guys. You know, this celebration too could just be a metaphorical way of saying you're about to have something to celebrate. A wedding too, a graduation. Yeah. You know what's funny? This is definitely not going to be for everybody. But I almost feel like, has somebody been thinking about commitment and marriage and wondering, should I ask this person or are they ever going to ask me? Are they fearing commitment? Are they running from it? Should I stay in the situation if they're not going to? I almost feel like that could happen. And another reason to not make too many hasty decisions or run from something, lest that is what is about to happen and you just couldn't see it. That's very specific, and that's not going to be at all for anybody, for all the people who chose message 2. But I feel like there's somebody who that's going to resonate with, where you're like, I think that, I don't know if I should ask this person to marry me. I don't know if I should stick around if they're never really into commitment, or if they fear marriage, et cetera, et cetera. It's that kind of, there's somebody I feel like who's going to land on this, who's like ready to run away from this because they're frustrated, lack of commitment. And that's about to shift and change and you just can't see it. But to do a quick overview of this, the actual message, a lot of decisive energy, needing more information and wisdom so that you can get back into this passionate, adventurous energy. There is something that could come in that will need your attention, but don't be too quick in your answers or your decisions around it. I mean, yes, take your time because it does say time is of the essence, but not so much time that you got stuck and able to make a decision. Hopefully that makes sense. It's like, I'm going to give myself this much time to sort through how I feel about this, and then I'll decide. Because on the other side of that is like really positive energy, the need to have more fun, it says here, right? Lightening your energy, celebratory energy, and contentment, peace and abundance, and a happy home life. All good things. It's very similar to message 1 in the sense that it looks a little bit sticky and hard up here, and then it gets much softer and easier down here. But I feel that that's always depending on how we show up, our free will, and the energy we bring to the situation. So be mindful of that message too. It's Walrus. Remain vigilant about the current situation. Pay attention to signs and omens and let them dictate your choices. Okay. So not only are you going to probably receive some good wisdom that can maybe easily be discounted from people in your life or persons that surround you, but also from the spiritual realms. The universe is also dropping hints and signs, really wanting you to get the message and receive. So be open, message 2. As it says, remain vigilant about the current situation, pay attention to signs and omens, and let them dictate your choices. That's that feel it through and then think it through, right? How does it feel first when you receive it? Then move through to the thinking part of it, the thinking aspect. All right. I don't really think there's too much else I need to touch on here for my message 2s. I hope you all have an amazing, beautiful week. Take care, guys. Hello, message 3. What does message 3 need to know going into this week? Achievement. Enjoy the limelight. You've earned it. Excuse me. Through lots of throat clearing for me today. I'm going to start that over. Enjoy the limelight. You've earned it. Although on the family front, someone's health could cause some secret worries and sleepless nights. Okay. You'll know who you are based on what's going on in your life, obviously, right? Because this is a general read. But let's focus on the achievement part here first. This is saying enjoy the limelight. You've earned it. I don't know why, but right out of the gate, I was feeling like I was thinking imposter syndrome. I was actually thinking that while I was shuffling. I'm wondering if some of you need to be reminded that you really do deserve this recognition that you are going to receive. This is your heads up from the universe to really lean into it and be like, yes, I have arrived, even if it's a small thing. Now, the other part of the message where it's secret worries and sleepless nights about somebody's health, sometimes this could be a heads up from the universe suggesting that, though this is really easy for me to say, giving our energy over to the worry and the fear and the what ifs is going to rob you in some way of something positive, some sort of achievement, kind of like throwing a blanket over it, ruining it in some kind of way. So really be mindful of that. Because I feel like the energy that you will receive or need from allowing yourself to feel really good about whatever it is that you've accomplished, no matter how small it seems, is going to be really beneficial to you in all kinds of ways. All the more reason to lean into it and enjoy that limelight. Really appreciate yourself in that moment. Because it just feels like it's going to be such a boost energetically, so that even if there is something difficult with a family member or a health worry concern, you move through it much better because your energy got up leveled as a result of you leaning in to recognition and achievement and feeling really good about yourself. Like, don't let anything negative or hard ruin that moment for you. Let's pull some more cards. I am very drippy today. So I apologize for all the throat clearing and the sniffling. Hopefully I'm not coming down with anything. Page of Water, intuitive, sensitive, artistic, and friendly. A new person enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase. Heightened psychic abilities. Nice. Leaning into this energy as much as possible. Allowing your intuition to really lead the way. And sensitivity too. It almost feels like maybe some of you have been told in your lives that you're too sensitive, but it's actually a gift. And I feel compelled to say that because I think it's something you're going to want to utilize this week or whenever you happen to land on this message. Artistic and friendly, like really encompassing and embracing these aspects of yourself. It feels like it's going to be really helpful for you. And this is a new person enters your life and a new phase in a relationship. So things coming in, your universe giving you a heads up about this. And it feels like embracing these qualities as this new person comes in. It's all going to be good for you. Okay. 10 of Earth, nice. A very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. This is coming out in the challenge position. And you know, I think it was message 1 where these 2 cards came out as well. So maybe some of you who were not sure what message to choose and you were going back and forth between message 1 and message 3, maybe have a look. Go and have a look at message 1. This is saying very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in little things in life has been difficult. And if we are dealing with some concerns, worries, or fears around health, and there's a little bit of anxiousness, and you've been in a harder phase where things just aren't moving, you haven't seen any recognition for your hard work, or you know, maybe you're in need of a new person to enter your life, this is about to shift and change. All the more reason to move into natural, I feel like it's your natural energy and abilities of intuition, sensitivity, artistic, friendly. You are normally that. Finding your way into those energies and embracing them wholeheartedly is going to bring about that shift and change in these areas. Oh my gosh, this is so, I promise I shuffled these cards. This is so, there's so much overlap with message 1. I really recommend maybe some of you checking out message 1. It says victory. Good news is on its way. Public recognition and rewards. Okay. Achievement and public recognition and rewards. A big, big message for you guys. If you're about to give up on something, or if you're in frustrated energy thinking it's never going to happen for you, this is the universe's way of saying, keep going. It's coming. Don't let the negativity, the doubts, or the fears drown out your ability to keep moving forward and staying in your strength and belief that this is real for you and that all the hard work you're putting in is going to amount to something. It will. You've got victory here. And good news on its way, right? And a new phase begins and a new person coming in. It really is connected to your intuition though, too. So really be open. Anything that you receive, and obviously, if it's a negative thought, that's not your intuition. That's your fear. That's ego. Really listen to it, though. Okay. Wow. Yeah, there's overlap in these messages. A relationship that continues to grow closer. Forgiveness, the positive resolution of a conflict. You're moving out of some harder energy, message 3, into something much better. I do get the sense that some of you are feeling a little bit deflated and defeated, ready to give up, not sure if you're making the right moves or if it's all going to be worth it. I feel like it is. Keep going. Stay in your strength. Something good is coming on the other side of this. The positive resolution of a conflict, forgiveness, a relationship that continues to grow closer. And then you've got a new person entering your life, a relationship beginning a new phase. So if there's been turmoil for some of you in a connection, that's about to shift and change too. You know, even though I don't think that's the case for you right now, because in the challenge position, we've got a very happy family life and feeling financially secure and finding magic and little things like that's missing for you right now. It does feel like it's connected to worry, conflict, frustration, but you've also got victory here. And this is the position of the direct message from spirit. And they're letting you know, like, not the time to quit, not the time to give up, not the time to walk away and let go of these things that you've been working on or putting your energy in. It's time to embrace your intuition, your sensitivity, your creativity, your friendliness. All this is going to be needed to move this situation forward. And that's exactly what's showing up for you guys, moving this situation forward. This is like a rearrange of message 1. I think it's message 1 where these cards came out. But definitely go back and look, because it almost feels like it really does depend on how you show up, the energy you bring to your situation. Like your free will choices really matter in this situation. But I will say the victory card, I believe, showed up in this position both times. Anyways. Okay. Goose, take time to rest and recuperate rather than continue your striving, taking a break, getting centered, especially if you're feeling like I'm ready to throw my hands up, I'm ready to give up, I'm ready to quit, this isn't going anywhere. And you know, I have to say it again, I'm going to go back to, I think it was message 1. I believe it was the turtle that showed up and it said, you're too fragmented and it's time to get grounded. There is so much overlap. I really hope I'm not getting it wrong by saying message 1 and it wasn't message 2. I'm pretty sure it was message 1. Go back and have a look. There's so much overlap here. So I say this to say, I really feel like there is a pattern here of messages that are suggesting this can be turned around based on how you show up in this situation. There's so much connection to your energy in it. I think you might bring typically and normally the energy that people need to move a situation forward, to make something better, to see achievement, but it's waning right now. All the more reason to get yourself sorted. Take time to rest and recuperate rather than continue your striving. This is where your intuition comes into play. This is where you receive the answers and the information that you know. And this is directly connected to resolution and victory. Okay, you know, I think I'm going to leave that there rather than bang on saying the same thing over and over. I am wishing you guys all the most amazing and beautiful week. Take care, guys. Hello, message 4. What does message 4 choosers need to know this week? What's showing up for them? Oh my gosh, there's so much overlap this week. Twists and turns. Carefully made plans could be thrown out the window as major changes and interruptions surround you. Make sure you get lots of rest to cope with all this upheaval. Okay, this showed up in one of the other messages as well. So it's sort of like not being so fixed in what we think things should look like or how we want things to look. Being able to move with difficulty. I think I made the metaphor of, you know, being the calm in the storm rather than letting the storm bowl you over. It's that kind of energy that needs to be embraced. And this is your heads up from the universe saying things are not going to be exactly the way you might have thought. But take heart. You will be able to move through the situation if you are centered, grounded, and essentially calm in whatever this looks like for you. Carefully made plans could be thrown out the window as major changes and interruptions surround you. Make sure you get lots of rest to cope with all the upheaval, right? So allowing ourselves to be kind of mutable and not fixed. The only way we want to be fixed is in our resolve that whatever gets thrown my way, I will be able to move through it. Like I'm confident within myself. I'm standing in my power. I'm grounded and I'm present. I'm not going to go into anxious, worried thinking. And I am very aware that that's easy to say and hard to do. That was some really bad shuffling. It's interesting with how much overlap there is with these messages this week. And, you know, I had the feeling that there might be, because I find January is that time where we're all a little bit lost after holidays, regardless of whatever holiday you celebrate or don't. I feel like we're all a little bit lost in the new year. There's this weird void energy. We're either like hyperactive, ready to go, ready to start the new year off with a bang, and it doesn't always go the way that we hoped, or we're really stuck, like lost in the sauce. What do we do next? What's coming for me? Which usually means that all of us need an overarching message to kind of pause, stop, reflect before moving forward. And I feel like these messages this week are a huge reflection of that kind of energy. 2 of fire. You've come into your own. New partnerships or contracts continue to move forward. Okay. Funny that I just said what I said, right? We're either hyper ready to go, like, let's do this, or we're in void energy. This is interesting because there's a lot of polarity here with, being calm through changes and things coming your way that you're not expecting and finding your way to move through them. And I feel like that's the message here. You've come into your own. New partnerships or contracts continue to move forward. Keep moving forward, even though this stuff that might be coming in is unexpected and frustrating and might cause you to have to think quickly on your feet. You'll be able to do that if you're in a really good energy, if you're ready for it, if you're like, okay, whatever, let's pivot. I got this. And it does say new partnerships or contracts could be coming in for you guys as well. And based on the card, it feels good to me. It doesn't feel like something you should be too concerned about. Like, is this going to be the right partnership, contract? It feels like a yes to me. It almost feels like this message of staying in your power, right? With fire energy showing up, like you really come into your own, stay there. Don't let this unexpected thing or these events take you out of that energy. It's going to be really needed so that you can keep moving through it. Oh my gosh, this card showing up. Now, this is coming in the challenge position. It's 6 of Fire. Victory. Good news is on its way. Public recognition and reward. So when this comes out in the challenge position, it's essentially letting me know that things are not going to probably move as quickly as you'd hoped. You do need to keep moving forward, as this says, and coming into your own, keep moving forward, but it might be slower or stalled forward momentum as a result of these twists and turns. So don't let yourself get too disheartened by that. Stay in your power, stay in your strength, and eventually you will get there. Yeah, it almost feels like something you were hoping and waiting for is delayed, stalled for some of you. Oh my gosh, a lot of overlap again here. Page of Water, intuitive, sensitive, artistic, and friendly. A new person enters your life. Wow. New partnership or contracts. This is a strong message. A relationship begins a new phase, heightened psychic abilities. This is coming in for everybody essentially this week, really leaning into their creativity, their intuition, your own sensitivity to pick up on what's best in all situations and how to navigate them, leaning in. And this is your direct message from Spirit. So really being open to this new person coming in, a new phase beginning, and leaning into your intuition, utilizing it to the best of your ability. It's going to help move your situation. I do think that there's going to be some stalls and delays. That's just a heads up, just my gut feeling. But don't let it discourage you in any way. As it says, continue to move forward. It feels like helpful people coming in. Yeah. Okay, so we've got the Wheel. Archangel Michael, a time of positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward. Wow. Fortune is on your side. Fortune is on your side. Do not despair. There are going to be some twists and turns. There are going to be some delays and surprises. There might even have to be a little bit of backtracking to eventually spring forward again and with new information for some of you. But you've got things moving in the right direction, even though there may be some issues. A situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side. A time of positive change. Yes, it just might not be coming when you thought it was going to come, and you might have to do some troubleshooting before you get there, but you will get there. Message for you will. And be open to new contacts, new connections, new relationships, because there's something positive in them that's going to be very beneficial and helpful for you guys. Big ask, though, of all of us this week is to really listen to our intuition and our sensitivity, to not discount it, to give space for it to open and receive it and be like, okay, my gut feeling is saying this. Let me just explore that. It's that kind of energy. And you're no different here. Message for you're being asked to embrace it as well, because that is your direct message from Spirit. And your sensitivities will be heightened, I think, just naturally. So don't question it. If you're like, why am I thinking this? Why am I feeling this? Why do I have these weird visions coming to my mind? There's something to them. Lean in. Lean in and trust. Okay, there's something out of balance in your life, so do whatever you need to do to correct it. So this is where you want to start. Where's the imbalance? What are the problems? Is it within or is it without? I think for many of my message for choosers, it's probably a little bit of both. And this is saying give yourself over to correcting it. I also feel like, metaphorically speaking, that's what this whole message is about. You know, these twists and turns, these carefully made plans thrown out the window, having to relook at a situation. Metaphorically speaking, this is your opportunity to correct it and make it better, stronger. And I say it a lot, but it's like a blessing in disguise. And just looking at that, okay, this is my opportunity to see what little problems or holes are in this plan that I thought was really solid, and bring them into better balance, make them stronger, make them better. And then on the other side of that is positive change and a situation moving forward, and fortune being on your side, good things as a result of having to backtrack a little bit or deal with some more, like, troubleshoot, essentially. So yeah, it's an opportunity to get things back into balance, to better balance, I would say, for my message fours. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I feel like I need to say here for you guys. You know, I think we're good here. I'm going to leave that there. I'm wishing you all the most amazing, beautiful week. Take the opportunity this week to really get yourself sorted and balanced, and understand that if you're being pulled back and having to relook, rethink, redo, it's on purpose. It's because there's a better way through, and really be open to new connections and contacts. It's going to be really positive for you guys. Okay, I really am going to leave that there now. Take care, guys.